Oh, the troubles for Joe Biden, they just keep coming, don't they? Look, at the end of the day, I will fully admit, when I heard about this Tara Reade situation, I was like, yeah, maybe not. But as time progresses, we're actually finding out more and more evidence that actually backs up her claims. And this is no longer a case of, you did it to Blasey Ford, so we're going to hold you to the same standards. There's actually mounting evidence that this is actually a credible case. So let's jump into it, because some of you may have heard that obviously this whole situation that we're talking about now happened back in 1993. Well, some of you may have heard that Larry King had a show back in 1993, and Tara Reade turned around and said that her mother, back at the time, called into the Larry King show. Now, at the end of the day, they couldn't go through. She couldn't remember what day it was because, it was like 30 years ago and her mother's dead. But one of the listeners of the show managed to work it all out. And stuff's getting interesting. Yeah. Tara Reade, the former US Senate staffer, accusing former Vice President Joe Biden of something or other, says her mother called into a live show with Larry King on CNN on 1993 to anonymously discuss the alleged incident without naming Biden or her daughter. Now, when we first heard about this, we thought, okay, that's interesting, but, we'll see if we can find the episode and go from there, see if the episode surfaces. Well, Biden accuser tells US new video evidence proves that allegations are true. So we'll get to that in a bit. Now, go away. So, new evidence supporting credibility of Tara Reade's allegations against Biden emerges. So, a new piece of evidence has emerged buttressing the credibility, I don't know that word, the credibility of Tara Reade's claim that she told her mother about allegations of something or other and assault relating to her former boss, then Senator Joe Biden. Biden, through a spokesman, has denied all the allegations. Of course he has, because what's he going to say? Yeah, I did it. Reade has claimed to various media outlets, including The Intercept, that she told her mother, a close friend, and her brother about both the harassment and a verging degree of detail, the assault at the time. Her brother, Colin Moulton, I might be mispronouncing, and her friend, who has asked to remain anonymous, both confirmed they heard about the allegations from Reade at the time. So, unlike Blasey Ford, we actually have people collaborating the story. Reade's mother died in 2016, but both her brother and her friend also confirmed Reade had told her mother, and her mother, a longtime feminist and activist, urged her to go to the police. So, what happened? Well, Larry King happened. So, 1993 CNN clip unearthed of Biden's accuser telling Larry King of problems with Senate. So, what happened was, this is the Larry King show. This is the archives of it on Google Play. Now, what you'll notice there seems to be a bit of a date jump. We have episode 153, 154, 155, 156. Nothing unusual there. But look at the dates. 10th of August, 1993. 12th of August, 1993. Now, if you go back into a calendar and look up 1993, the 11th of August was a Wednesday. Now, it's true, there are other episodes that are missing here. There are episodes like on a Monday's episode that has been missed. But that could just be Larry King also going through and taking an extended weekend too. But it's weird that Wednesday would be missing. Especially considering we found the tape. Yes, you may be able to go through and delete it from your archives, but you cannot delete it from the internet. We actually have the video, reportedly, of Biden's allegations against him being talked about, reportedly, we're going to say reportedly, on the 11th of August 1993 by Tara Reade's mother. Now, we're going to play this clip. We'll let you hear it out for yourself, and then we'll let you know why we think this might be her mother.
We're back. A couple more phone calls on this very important topic. Our guests are former United States Senator Howard Baker, Richard Allen, former National Security Advisor, and Lois Romano of the Washington Post. San Luis Obispo, California. Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm wondering what...
Now, San Luis Obispo, California, that's the suburb. Remember that, because that is actually important.
What a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
Well, but these are the people who do come to the Lois Romanos, right? The staff worker who says, I want to let you know about what's going on, either with my boss or the guy down the hall.
And a lot of these people have a sense of obligation. They feel that this public official should be accountable if it's something wrong.
They're whistleblowers to the press.
Exactly.
Right. So nothing really was sorted out there. They talked about whistleblowing and stuff like that. So why do we think this is the actual mother that's calling in? So, the suburb. Back in 1993, reportedly, the mother lived at San Luis Obispo, however that's pronounced. That is the same suburb as where the mother lived. We have records to confirm that. That is true. Now, we also have, if you go to here, the interview with the Anderson, Reade also mentioned that her mother made a phone call to Larry King live on CNN, during which she made reference to her daughter's experience on Capitol Hill. Tell me that doesn't sound similar. Reade told The Intercept that her mother called in asking for advice after Reade, then in her 20s, left Biden's office. I remember it being an anonymous call and her saying that her daughter was harassed. I'm not using that word because I'm trying to avoid censorship. And retaliated against and fired. And where she could go for help. I was mortified. Reade couldn't remember the date or the year of the phone call. Larry King did include names of callers on his show. I was unable to find the caller, but mentioned it in an interview with Katie Hopper, the podcast host who first aired Reade's allegation. After the podcast aired, a listener managed to find the call and sent it through to The Intercept. On August 11th, 1993, King aired a program titled Washington's Cruelest City on Earth. Towards the end of the program, he introduced a caller dialing in from San Luis Obispo, California. Congressional records list August 1993 as Reade's last month of employment with Biden's Senate office, and according to the property records, Reade's mother, Janet Thomas, might be mispronouncing, was living in San Luis Obispo County. Here's a transcript of the beginning of the call, which we just heard. King's panel of guests offered no suggestions, and instead the conversation veered into discussion of whether any of the men were on the set would leak damaging personal information about the rivals to the press. Reade, after being read the transcript of the call, said that it gelled with her memory of it, and after the video was surfaced, confirmed that it was her mother's voice on the call. Oh, I have not heard my mother's voice in a while, she said. Thereafter, several noticeable things about the emergency of the call. On one hand, the caller does not specify harassment, or retaliation, as Reade had recalled. On the other hand, the references to being unable to get through with her problem aligns with Reade's claim that she complained to superiors in Biden's office and got nowhere. And the references are going to the press to make it clear the caller is talking about more than just generic problems in the office. The problem, she makes clear, would damage the senator if exposed. Right? So this is not like a case of, like, for example, oh my God, I'm not going to get paid. I'm going to go to the press because I want a pay rise. Right? That's not really damaging to a senator. Things that damage a senator, harassment, extramarital affairs, murder, death, drug use, whatever it may be. Right? Something serious. Right? And she did say in the call that it was going to damage the reputation of the Senate, and she didn't go to the police in fear of damaging his reputation. Reade's inability to remember the exact date of the alleged assault or its precise location of the position of office whether she picked up the form need to file a complaint has been used by skeptics to suggest the allegations fabricated. What the emergency of the call shows is that even if Reade's memory is off on timing or details, the substance of her claim, in this case, her mother called Larry King and discussed the situation, can still be true. And they go on for some time. So like I say, look, at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to download that video before I go to bed tonight. Because I have a funny feeling this video will disappear. But like I say, yeah, look, obviously, if you want some counter narratives, there doesn't seem to be a gap in the names. 51, 52, 53, 54, but that's easy, just renaming episodes. That's no big thing. We do have the video, so we do know something happened on August 11th, 1993. We do have a caller that Reade has claimed sounds like her mum calling in, and this is something that was found after Reade made the assertion that her mother called into the program. I'm not saying this is a smoking gun, but we also have a history of Biden being very, very, very creepy. I think it's Biden.info. Joe Biden info, is it? Yeah, so this website goes through and it lists, so obviously this is a parody account, this is not his official account. But it goes through and it shows you all these photos of Biden and being very inappropriate and, you know, all this sort of stuff, you know, like, so there's a history there as well. So, I don't know, guys, like, obviously, you know, we need an investigation, we need due process and everything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we don't. But I do find it really, really funny that CNN seemingly is covering for Joe Biden. It seems that even Google Play Store is seemingly covering for Joe Biden. Why was there a episode that was deleted? Why is there that date difference between the two videos? Like I say, you go here, obviously they can just simply rename files, that's no big thing. But August 9th, August 10th, August 12th. Where's the August 11th episode? What, he didn't do a show that day? So it's a little weird, and not only that, but like, for example, August 12th, episode 155, according to this. So where's 155? August 12th, yeah. This show is currently unavailable. Why is it currently unavailable? I don't know. Like I say, it seems very weird that, you know, that this situation, it's sort of like, yeah, I don't know. It's seemingly saying, look, there's more evidence against Joe Biden than there was Brett Kavanaugh, and they wanted to cancel his nomination. You know, at the back of the time, that they were claiming that that Brett Kavanaugh should be dismissed from running for Supreme Court. He's, quote, we're not saying arrest him, but he's running for a job, right? This is a job interview. Well, Biden wants to become president. That is a job interview. You are literally going for the job interview. What is the difference? I would actually argue that Biden actually has more against him, but let's play devil's advocate. What's the difference between Biden and Brett Kavanaugh? Besides the seemingly more proof against Biden than there is Brett Kavanaugh. So why is it the left wants to cherry pick information on one side and on the other they're just willing to hashtag believe all women? It's weird, isn't it? It's like they might be all partisan hacks, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we will see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy. Oh, two more videos for the day. There'll be 3. So, I'm back, baby! There you go, Alan. Alright, talk to you guys soon. Bye.